Goodbye YouTube. Hopefully you guys are having a good day today. Now before I get into talking about the team preview, you know, the battle I posted up on Monday got such great feedback that I want to thank every single one of you. I got like 100 plus likes and 50 plus comments, which was just phenomenal if you ask me, guys. I really am thankful for all of you who have subscribed to me. Also for the 40 new plus subscribers I recently got, I am 6FootHacks, aka Leodan or Leo, whichever you prefer to call me. But yeah, I want to thank all of you guys, and you know what to do. Just continue showing your support, continue liking, watching, and commenting. Also, if this is the first video you've seen from me, you know what to do. Just click the subscribe button to see more content. But yeah, with that, guys, let's get right into the team preview. Now, from looks at my opponent's team, the only real threats are going to be the Absol and the Skunk Tank, just because Absol could be carrying Superpower, which means he can basically deal with my Milk Tank, which is my physical wall. Then if he's carrying Nightshade or Pursuit, he can deal with Gardevoir or my Golurk. Then Skunk Tank is known for having Taunt and Pursuit, so I definitely have to watch out for that. Then the Cradily is definitely going to be a big issue, seeing as the only thing I have to deal with it is my Golurk. So if I lose my Golurk, then I could basically be in a very bad position, but hopefully I'll be able to play around those three Pokemon and pull out the victory. But I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. So let's get right into the battle. I'm going to be leading off with my Garbodor, as my opponent will be leading off with his Granbull. Now, I let off with my Garbodor, seeing as he doesn't have a Rapid Spinner, so I know I can get up at least 1 or 2 layers of spikes, as he ends up going straight for the Earthquake. And because I'm not max defense and max HP, I'm actually mixed defensive. The Earthquake is going to be doing a bit more than I hoped it would, and he turns out to have the he turns out to have the Quick Feet, since he does carry the Toxic Orb, which means now he's going to go for Facade. So I'm switching to my physical wall, Milk Tank. Now, if you're wondering if this crit did matter or didn't, it actually does, because I did calculate in the max damage a Facade would do to my Milk Tank from an Adamant Granbull is 196 HP, so 196 times 2 is only 392, so even if you roll max damage twice, I would still be able to live and go for the Milk Drink. Unfortunately, that's not the case, and I do lose my physical wall, so now I am backed up into a corner, and I'm going to be forced to work around this Granbull because I have nothing that wants to take a hit from it, as I'm going to bring in my Rotom, and I'm just going to go straight for the Thunderbolt. I really don't care if he decides to bring in the Cradily. I just want to ensure that I can OHKO that Granbull. And for some reason, he decided to bring in his Lapras. I really don't know why. I guess maybe he thinks it doesn't serve much purpose to him, but I guess it doesn't. I mean, I would have easily been able to work around Lapras with just my Rotom, but oh well, whatever. So he's going to bring in the Absol. Now, knowing I can take a Sucker Punch or knowing I can take a Night Slash, even if he is carrying the Life Orb, I'm just going to stay and go for the Thunderbolt. Unfortunately, I just barely missed out the KO, and this is why Rotom is not a factor. Hi, John. Anyways, I'm going to finish him off with the second Thunderbolt, as he ends up bringing back in, not back in, he ends up bringing in the Gardevoir, sorry. So because I don't want to stay in and take a Psychic from this Gardevoir, and knowing that my Thunderbolt would do absolutely nothing to it, I'm just going to bring in my own Gardevoir, and he turns out to have Synchronize, which actually is viable on Gardevoir, but then again, if you ask me, Trace is a whole lot better. And I end up going for the Will-O-Wisp. I really don't know why I did that. The switch was very obvious. Actually, yeah, I think that's why I did go for Will-O-Wisp, considering that the switch was very obvious. But then again, he does have the Granbull, so I should have just gone for the Psychic. It would have been the better play in the long run, but oh well, hindsight is 20/20. So now, because I have nothing on my team that wants to take a Facade, I'm going to bring in my Garbodor, and I do get the Aftermath damage. And if you guys are wondering, Aftermath is released on Garbodor. So now, because the following turn, when I brought in my Rotom and the Granbull, I went for the Thunderbolt. I know this turn he's going to switch out, which means I can freely go for the Volt Switch and be able to get Switch Initiative in. The only thing on my team that I have to deal with this Cradily is going to be my Golurk. So I'm hoping that maybe he thinks I'm a No Guard set and will switch out, freeing the Dynamic Punch, allowing me to freely get behind a substitute. Unfortunately, he doesn't, and I guess he saw that coming, so he decides to stay in, and he's going to go for the C-Bomb, which will easily break my substitute. And honestly, I don't know if No Guard is released on Golurk yet. I don't know, could somebody please leave a comment down below on that and please tell me. But yeah, I'm just going to go for a substitute again, thinking that he might predict me to switch out and go for the Stealth Rocks and allow me to get behind a substitute. That doesn't happen. He does make the safe play and just keeps going for C-Bomb, but I know because he's just going for C-Bomb, he's obviously not going to go for the Rock, so I'm going to get a free switch out into my See, for some reason, I always call Gardevoir Garbodor and Garbodor Gardevoir because the names are very, very similar. So yeah, sorry about that. Anyways, the C-Bomb actually doesn't do as much damage as I thought it would, considering that Gardevoir doesn't have any physical defense whatsoever. So I'm just going to stay in, and I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp as he brings in the Gardevoir. And here's where Synchronize does play. Actually, this is where Synchronize would be good, because the Heal Bell on my team was my Milk Tank, and I don't carry Heal Bell on this Gardevoir. So I'm going to be taking that extra residual damage. So we both go for Wish, and the following turn, I know because he is a supported Gardevoir, and he's not going to be weird like me and not carry Heal Bell, because I carry Heal Bell on my Milk Tank. So I know the Heal Bell is very obvious, allowing me to get a free switch out into my Rotom, which means I'm at full HP, because I want this Rotom at full HP. If it does come down to his Granbull against my Rotom, I'm hoping I will be able to take one hit and finish him off with a Thunderbolt. So I'm just going to say, freely go for Thunderbolt, don't want to overpredict, don't want to go for the trick, don't want to do any of that. And he ends up bringing in the Skunk Tank. Not really too sure why. I guess just maybe he wants to get some damage on my Rotom, but I will easily be able to 2-hit KO him with the Thunderbolt. And there, even if I didn't get my first layer of spikes up, it obviously didn't play a role whatsoever. Now, because I am locked in the Thunderbolt and Cradily does resist it because he has Part Grass, I'm going to be forced to bring in my Gardevoir. Then he goes for Confuse Ray! Oh! Okay, so this is basically what I'm thinking going in, or trying to do right now. I know if I'm able to burn this Cradily, I will be able to get a switch out into my Golurk and be able to get behind a substitute. And if I want that plan to happen, I need to not hit myself in Confusion, and then above that I need to rely on Will-O-Wisp hitting. So it all comes down to this, and thank you. Oh god, coin flips, thank you. I'm able to break through the Confusion. Above that, I'm able to hit the Will-O-Wisp. So now I can freely switch into my Megatron, aka my Golurk, which I know is a very stupid name, but I have nothing else for this. So now, knowing that he is on -2 because of the burn, the C-Bomb should not break my substitute, and he actually ends up going for the Confuse Ray. I don't really know why. I guess maybe he thought substitute. I guess maybe he thought C-Bomb would break my substitute, but if I was him, I still would have gone for it anyways. So now I'm just going to freely fire off a Focus Punch as he brings in the Gardevoir. So here he has two options. He can either go for the Psychic and break my substitute, or he can go for the Will-O-Wisp to cure his Cradily, and he opts to go for the Heal Bell. I guess maybe he doesn't carry the Psychic, because if I was him, I would have gone for it, but oh well, to each their own. And I'm going to be able to finish him off with the Shadow Punch, and at this point, the battle is basically mine, because a Focus Punch will easily be able to OHKO this Cradily, and then Granbull will not be able to take me out with any one single hit. So that's going to be the 3-0 victory in my favor. Now, while the last couple turns are going on, for those of you who are subscribed to Mechlachu, you guys would know that she called me out for the 100 push-up things, which I do plan to do, just not right now, because I'm going to try to do it when I have some more free time. I also got called out by another person for the Pokemon Cypher 2012, which again, I know I said I would do like 4 months ago, but this time I'm going to do it for real. I'm going to get on my grind, and I'm going to be doing it with Sour Boss. When it was going to be Wander of the Wind, unfortunately he did lose interest, so expect the Cypher within the month of August. And with that, guys, if you did enjoy the video, you know what to do. I don't have to tell you by this point. So with that, I do believe I am out of here, guys. Later.